First at 5, investigators are now beginning to piece together what went wrong before a plane fell from the sky and crashed into a home in Oakland County. Good Monday afternoon, and thank you so much for joining us. I'm Alan Campbell.
And I'm Glenda Lewis. On board that plane, a father, mother, and their son, all killed in that horrific crash. The family in the house survived, but of course no longer have a home.
7 Action News reporter Brett Cass started covering this soon after it happened in Lyon Township. He joins us live from the scene with an update on the investigation. Brett, good afternoon.
Good afternoon. The plane here on scene was just taken away, and now the NTSB will comb over all of this evidence in their investigation. But of course, the family that lives here and neighbors in this area say this is a real tragedy that could have been worse.
I'm still in shock. I feel like this is a movie. You know, this doesn't happen in real life.
2 days later, and it still doesn't feel real for Danielle Madzwova. On Saturday, a plane fell from the sky, crashing into her home as she, her husband, and 2 kids sat inside.
By some miracle, we were all together in the living room. They were still, they weren't running around, we were just all together.
The plane burst into flames almost instantly, engulfing the entire side of the house, destroying the bedrooms of her 2- and 4-year-old right in the spot where they usually sleep.
Maybe a half an hour before this, they came down from naps. So, in all honesty, they should have been on that side of the house.
I can't tell you enough, Brett, how many people in my subdivision, and we discussed this, it's like we all said the same thing. We knew it was only a matter of time. It was only going to be a matter of time.
Jeff Eason has lived in the neighboring subdivision for nearly 15 years and says air traffic is constant. He says helicopters constantly circle overhead, and in the past few years, the Neighborhood Association even sent in written complaints to the airport and the FAA, like this letter sent in 2018. Detailing how they were worried about the noise and, more importantly, their safety.
I was aware that there was an airport here when we moved here, but with all of the new construction that's gone on around here, it almost looks like the residential area is kind of like putting a squeeze on the airport.
The thought of an airplane crashing just never entered my mind.
Michael Woodcock has lived next to the airport for 45 years, and the airport has been there even longer. He's also a pilot, and the crash hits close to home.
It's terrible, particularly since I used to work for the guy.
Not only does he know flying, but he knows the pilot, David Campo. Woodcock's nephew saw the moments the plane went down.
My heart dropped because I knew something bad was about to happen. My heart dropped.
Michael Woodcock says the airport has been here a long time and feels Saturday was purely an accident that no one could have predicted.
It's safe. I mean, this is one time in 50 years.
As the investigation continues, family and friends are left grieving. Neighbors are still left in shock, and one family left without a home feels lucky to still have their lives.
I'm still trying to process it, and I'm so heartbroken for the people that were lost in the plane. And it's just a lot. I don't know how we're so lucky, and other people are not like that.
Now, the NTSB will be taking over this investigation. They should have a preliminary report in a few weeks, and then the actual full investigation could take up to a year or even longer, maybe close to 2 years. Reporting here in Lyon Township, I'm Brett Cast, 7 Action News.
Sorry to see that family go through such tragedy. Brett, thank you.